Hi, I'm Lou, another episode of My Car Story. I'm here with Jeff Kinsey. Jeff, good
nice
to
to meet you, Lou.
And we're here at the World of Wheels here in Rosemont Convention Center, and you got to come on out if you've never been to the World of Wheels. We're going to show you what kind of cars are here right now. So I'm going to grab the camera as I usually do. Jeff, stay right where you're at, and I'm going to kind of focus in a little bit on you. But Jeff, tell me what you brought here today.
Well, what you're looking at here is a 1932 Ford four-door Highboy Sedan that we built for Don and Carolyn Smith from Mansfield, Texas. And Don come to me and he wanted me to build a 32 four-door sedan that he could haul his grandkids in. And which Don has a lot of 32 Ford stuff, a lot of really quality work. And I tell you, I was kind of nervous at first because, how are we going to pull this thing off? How are we going to build a four-door sedan? And then it just kind of snowballed from there. We got some ideas.
And it got a little crazy.
Pillar, yeah.
So come on back with me, right here.
All right.
And let's take a look at what they have. Wow. So I'll focus in on some of the pieces. Let's start with, how long does a build like this take?
Well, this build took about 3.5 years.
3.5 years. I'm focusing in on your wheels and rims. They are spectacular. And was there any, let's talk about, I want to focus on this engine.
You want me to open the hood?
Sure. Looks like a creamsicle. I love it. Oh, wow. That was awesome. Yeah, and this is the grandkid hauler.
Right. What you're looking at here is a 312 Y block. It's a 57 Ford Thunderbird motor. And my customer, Don Smith, found a...
shut that. Keep walking and talking. I even like, look at this little custom pieces in here.
Right.
Go ahead. We're going to walk and talk at the same time. Go ahead.
Yeah, my customer found a new old stock, a Hilburn injection on Craigslist. Or no, he did it on eBay. And he bought the thing, and it didn't have a pump with it, or so we didn't know what we were going to do with it. So we commissioned Dave Ehrlich in California at Auto Trend EFI to electronic fuel inject it for us. So that's kind of where we come up with the fuel injection stuff.
And this car came all the way from California to hang out with us today. Or from Texas, I'm sorry.
From Texas.
Texas, but parts in California.
Yeah, the injection's from California.
Look at some of the, this suspension is awesome.
Yeah, the suspension, we had an idea of running quarter ellipticals inside the frame rails. So by doing that, we pretty much had to make our own frame rails and arch them at the cowl to be able to come out of the frame rails with the quarter ellipticals. And we ended up building our own wishbones and like features like the shock mounts, part of the motor mounts, and sway bar runs through the oil pan that just blows people's minds. But it's fully functional and it works.
And that is great. We're going to start it too here in a second, because sometimes people think these things are just big paperweights. Let me just enjoy, come on back here. Let's just enjoy some of the physical dimensions of this car. Do me a favor, stand right next to it so people can kind of get an idea of how tall it is.
Okay.
That's great. Come on with me. How tall are you, Jeff?
I'm probably about 5'7" if I'm standing on my toes.
Okay, so that's 5'7". So look at this interior. The no post, how did you come up with this idea and strengthen this thing?
Well, what was really a struggle is my customer, Don, wanted the top to come out. So the top is actually removable. So we just had to blow the body apart and start reconstructing all the roof panels and ended up using tubing and box and everything. And then we had to go in and of course, beef up the rocker panels to be able to support it.
Wow. And all this custom work here. This leather baseball-like seat. The car, by the way, smells fantastic. Look at this.
The seats was done by Paul Atkins out of Alabama. He's just a real known interior guy, for doing really quality work, and we wanted his work in this car.
That's
Steering
cool.
wheels all made by Jesse Greening out of Tennessee. It's all one-off hand-built stuff. Classic instruments.
Look at that, I'm just taking my time with the instrumentation. I love how he combined all the 312s on there to give it that feel. The 312s on all the gauges.
Another interesting feature about this thing is the fuel filler. The fuel filler is now in the B pillar, which is inside the door jamb. So everybody, we've had people look at this car for hours and wonder where in the heck does it even have a gas tank? Yeah, it's actually a motorcycle fuel fill, so you can actually take 2 fingers and pop it.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. That is really cool. All right, that is, and just look at the back seats. I mean, all right, let's see you start it. We're not going to play it long because we're inside a building, but let's hear this thing.
Have to wait on the fuel pump.
That's fine. Runs smooth. Look at the exhaust note. You hear that exhaust out there. Coming straight back. There's your exhaust there. Get some custom underneath work. Oh, we can shut it off while I'm featuring some of that. And this looks as pretty on the bottom as it does on the top. Jeff, stay right next to it. Let's stand right by the front of it. Come on, okay? I want to get one more overall shot of the front. Stay there. Super cool car, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on My Car Story.
Thank you.